So here we are again, the day before originally hoping to leave by. Still no rear shocks, still fighting with those. Have to do electrical. Still got to put gear lube in the differentials again. My transport for the truck fell through, so we're now trying to get other tow rigs ready to revise the plan. The little boy had to go out on a fire, so it is no longer available this week. We're taking that Suburban to run back and forth to camp or whatever, or if we need a extra winch or whatever. I was just going to tow that. Well, now that I got to tow this, possibly, we got to get another tow rig ready to tow that, and all the tow rigs are having issues. That's got no front drive line, no four-wheel drive shifter yet. That's got the clutch and transmission out of it right now. Like I normally tow that with, the clutch is getting weak on, so that's why I didn't want to tow it. I'm working on possible other transportation for it. Basically, everything's still up in the air. And I would say that everything's fighting us. Kind of is. Oh yeah, the steering box deal. The threads are stripped out on that now for the brace. I don't know. I still got to look into that. I'm definitely still fighting with those shocks. I call it the curse of the bounty hole because usually every time I try to go, things happen and things try to stop us. More so than normal, your average, but we're also always trying to work on more vehicles than average. Even though this year we've downsized, we're only taking 2 rigs and enter, 2 tall and the 81 Suburban over there. This is the least number of rigs since 2022 when we brought 6 and 4 made it to the starting line. Next year we brought 4 and 4 out of 4 made it to the starting line, which is 100%. Then last year we brought 3 and all 3 made it to the into the bounty hole. And then this year we downsized to just 2 and kind of back to more of a struggle than it has been the last 2 years. So even though I call it the curse of the bounty hole in a joking way to make it an interesting story, it is kind of a curse, but it also is a lot my fault. So I always take the blame, willing to take the blame, because on my part, let's count procrastination, lack of time use, being unorganized, having pieces of crap. I mean, old used stuff that needs more maintenance that I don't keep up on, and having too much of it. So my focus is not focused. So there's multiple reasons. That, and also this year, I've liked to sleep. There's other years where we just stayed up all night, basically, for multiple nights in a row. I'm getting older, kind of liking to sleep, so I've been sleeping. Well, so that worked. Got the one taken off, clamped the one, drove it in from this side all the way to this end. I got this peeking through here to where I can put the other seal on, and then I'm going to clamp it and try to push it back in the other way. Heat these up in front of a heater, try to get them a little more pliable. I'm going to try to get this on here now. Alright, and heat it up real hot. Had to fight with it a little bit, got it on there. Now I'm going to try to drive that in. See, trying to get a heat shield up here to protect these fuel lines, keep the budget Suburban here from vapor locking on the way out there. So that's in. Of course, this is where I get distracted. I've already been distracted because we went and found fuel line for the budget Suburban for the return line. Now I'm back here and I'm setting the puck height at about 9.5 inches from here as a starting point. So all I need to do is measure that. My tape measure hangs there. I just took the tape measure because I was measuring too tall earlier, and now the tape measure's in the house, so I'm going to be distracted. I can't go from here to the house without getting distracted with 16 other things that are around here. So let me see if I can make it to the house and get the tape measure so I can measure that without being distracted with a bunch of other. Hey, cat. So I got these new shackles and hardware here for the trailer that definitely needs it. Still got to do all that. Steering box replacement. So make a long story less long. The new steering box has messed up threads now, and the nut that's the specialized nut for this steering brace also has messed up threads now, which are the 2 integral components needed to make this work. So we're kind of at a standstill on this without buying another steering box, and brace kit. It's got where they did get the brackets cut for the shifter to replicate the shifter bracketry that I had set up on here. So of course that's 2 hours away, so next time I'm in town we can grab that. I think we're just gonna give up on this truck for this this trip and worry about the clutch and putting that back in another week. Not sure how I got distracted with watching a video about changing hydraulic lines on an excavator. Finally got the tape measure. We'll get this set. Get these new seals put in and put the accumulator back on. So I finally broke down and cleared off enough around this bench, which has not even been used yet except for storing crap on, and tried to set it up to where I can actually lean this shock up somewhere and not have to hold it and lean it against engines and stuff. So to the point now, I got new seals and everything. It's time to add fluid. Full extender, we're going to add fluid, and then we're going to compress the shock shaft after the cap's back on, and then we're gonna add air and test it out. All right, got this shock apart, this puck out. Don't see any like actual spot that's too horrible, but they definitely need to be replaced. So replace these, replace all the other ones, throw it back together. Well, as much as I want to give up, not giving up. So we're gonna keep going. The kids.
You gotta take it for
the kids, and I gotta tow people.
I'm the kid.
Oh, jeez. Well, we knew that. It's mainly for towing people. Can go with plan C, section B. Truck still with no four-wheel drive, alternate trailer, but I did license it. The 81's gonna go on that trailer because 33 foot still needs too much more time put into it.
The only forces should be that way and that way, technically.
So this is the nut that came with the kit for the steering box brace. Threads got messed up. I'm gonna try to take a Dana 60 broken stub shaft. Shocks are back under, got the bolts started. Just gotta tighten everything down now, and then we'll give it a test tomorrow, I guess. Okay, backup plan, trailer and truck. It'll work. Well, this thing's patched together about as well as it's gonna be for now, for lots of scrap metal and rust, you know, the old grocery getter here. Even got the rims extra painted up.
No, you gotta come look at this one. Because all I did was beauty rim it.
Yeah,
I didn't get the center.
Alright, we'll regroup at some point by Saturday morning, I hope. Should I tell them now the trailer lights aren't working? I'll figure it out. Oh, hit a bump, they are all back on now. Everything's good in the neighborhood. No all-nighters working on trucks, but there might be some late-nighters on sheetrock that has to get done before this weekend. So I gotta remember to stay up late tonight and do the clear all my video files and back up my current videos and stuff so I can clear my cards and phone first so I can take more videos.
It looks like there's probably enough threads down there, but worst case, we could bring this back if it hits the bearing, which now, instead of it being like that, it's more like
Tight fit.
right? Not too tight. You can slide it out, but it's not loose.
So, use of a Dana 60 shaft. How hard was this to machine? Was it pretty
Not
hard
very
and stuff?
yeah.
It was pretty easy.
No.
No, it wasn't easy. It was hard. No.
Once you get down through the thrust of it, it's better.
All right, back to putting up more sheetrock. Ready for mud this weekend. Well, we're supposed to be getting ready for mud this weekend. batteries charging. Gotta flush out this fluid. I think we're gonna postpone this Dodge because even if we get all that together and it still has death wobble, we still got a tire that just got mounted. It's not holding air. So we're gonna try to take the white Dodge and hopefully fix the power steering leak on it. I'll get it licensed. I gotta take this dually, run down to town, renew the tabs, registration on the white Dodge since we've reverted to going with the white Dodge with leaking power steering fluid and an intermittent hiccup. Alright, got the Dodge licensed and up to current registration. Now just run home and hurry and get everything loaded. Or not. Nope. It's kind of downhill, so I'm going to see if I can push start it. Alright, barely, but got it push started. Now it's making a ticking noise. I don't get it. I just need to get back, get going, figure this out when I get home. Trying to clear my cards for the cameras and like, wow, the computer's having a hard time keeping up with this. Trying to do what I want it to do. Will not respond. Doesn't even say it's not responding, just doesn't want to do it. Well, just went to another card, so I'm going to clear it instead because the other one wouldn't even respond. So, go let this sit for an hour and 40 minutes. Get back to work on the trucks. I can't even clamp on my air intake hose anymore. Like that's gotten hot and shrunk. Won't even clamp onto it. So, gotta modify this or something. So I'm having to sawzall off this 4-inch round piece. I'm gonna have to clean this, all the rust up on it. I'm gonna try to insert that here. It does go through. And then make some tabs to attach it and then clamp to each side. Boards are getting screwed down onto that trailer. This trailer is not going. Alright, finally back on, new oil's in. What else do I gotta do? Oh yeah, test the shocks, put gear lube in, redo fan wiring, finish loading everything. Got the fans to work, got started, got coolant topped off, air filters on. It's a matter of testing the rear shocks now. And we should be good to go with new relays for the fans. So, will this thing go up evenly or are we gonna go one side at a time? It seemed like the shocks were going up one before the other last test we did on the ground. So it seemed like that shock did start going up a little sooner, but they are both going up now.
That's not even like a quarter of that.
Yeah, it was definitely low on fluid before, so it was taking a lot more nitrogen to get them to react.
For sure, yeah.
There, we're maxed there. It goes up, so it's just going to be a test of getting the front up and then trying to drive it. Lower this back down and load it. So now we're back at 1 hour and 55 minutes. I thought it was 1 hour and 40 minutes about 4 hours ago, and I came back in an hour ago and it had stopped. It said I had to click on something to continue for some reason, and now it's 1 hour and 55 minutes still left.
That one over there sounded like a prize wheel when you spun the axle.
So everything has fallen apart in the last two. We're just gonna pretend we didn't see that. Well, it's not gonna wobble. It's just gonna have to be attended to when we get back. Find a trailer spare, maybe.
Yeah, I found actually a whole pile of this.
Got the budget spare been loaded. Well, we were trying to take that like 2022 and well, it wasn't done in time. So here we are in 2025. It might actually make it this time. Only took, 3 more years. Everything in the driveway is an absolute mess. We'll have to leave it like that. So again, my main motivation really is, well, let's just say I've wanted to give up a few times. And if this was just for me, I'm not trying to win. I'm not trying to prove anything. Really, my biggest motivation is I want to be there with this truck to help people get towed out if they're stuck in the sand. I also promised Andrea, Miss Fancy, that I would tow her out. She even said that don't worry about it if I can't, but I did say I would. And so I'm using that fact as my own personal motivation to not give up and keep going. So we are still gonna go. Not going to win. I definitely will not be winning anything this year. In fact, I'm super lucky the last 2 years to be in the top 10. Got 4th and then 2nd. This year, I'm willing to bet the odds are going to be against me as far as how things play out. And I'm thinking I may be bottom 10 this year. If I had more money to bet, I would bet more money on that. But this year I do have a little more money to go with. I've got about $670 some to my name, maybe a little more. That's what we got to go on. We still got to get fuel. This is fueled up. We still got 2 other tow rigs to fill up. Yeah. Hopefully everything goes okay. Well, we're finally getting out of town. Late start as usual. So we're trying to get some fuel in that, add some power steering fluid to get the lights working. Ran into Ryan, and I guess he blew a trailer tire on his way the other direction. Anyways, lots of stuff going on. Get back on the road. Slept in a little here in my not comfortable accommodations. Slept way too many nights in this truck this year. It's been a place to sleep. Got to get things unloaded, get ready for tomorrow. I think Ricky's excited to drive around his $400 yard sale 4-wheeler. Just straight. Keep going. So hopefully it'll be a good day. We'll see a lot of other rigs out here. Some other friends are going to show up, and we're going to go ahead and keep getting ready. Trying to get the rear shocks up, and looks like we got our first chore of the day, motorhome. Now that we're raised up all the way, we're gonna go warm it up and see if we can go assist the stuck motorhome. So, I'll go over here. Oh, they got a Dodge stuck behind it too. Man, really need to put mirrors back on this truck so I can back up to stuck people easier. A little worried there at the start, but got him moving, and hopefully he can move on his own from there. Oh yeah, he's got it from there.
That pulls you out? Yeah. Sometimes it takes two of them.
Maybe see if the seam on this is spread enough. Leaks. All right, part 2. Finished the second tow. Steve's getting unloaded. We're looking for a radiator for the 81. Brand new, they are too expensive. This is actually the other big reason that this truck gets brought to places. It works well as a sunscreen. I mean, that's one way to do it.
I was like, look at this guy.
We'll
just
take it.
farming with the porta potty.
You know when you're gonna need to use it.
I mean,
Nah, it's for the boat's gone I'll bad. be right back.
oh, okay. Yeah.
I have that same shirt.
Oh, not this
Oh,
one.
that's the 25. I have
This
the
year.
20, the first year one.
They just handed them out this morning, so. Yep. No, we're
So you got to go haul out
Oh,
there
where's
for.
yeah. We gotta go get a second one here in a little bit too.
Oh,
so.
one at a time.
But unfortunately, last night I was the only one out there with a toilet in my pickup camper.
Oh.
So it was well used. $63.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
Which is good. I'm Rick. Oh, you got a half a gallon there, Tommy.
Or he's gonna drive as far in as he can, and then we'll hook up. We got straps hooked up. We're gonna head into the sand dunes.
Up to the axles.
Well, we can only go so far in this deep sand and stop there. Now he's buried.
Brandon does it all.
So we got out here where the tractor is. Toe tall, can't budge them all. There we go, no problem.
I didn't even hesitate.
Your wheels are turned a little bit left right now. Oh, you're all the way left now. Go back right a little bit. Yes, to the right. Okay, you're pretty close, straight there. So, telehandler's stuck. Well, at least you have two on there. They were trying to do it with one. So you got Buchanan, Daniel Buchanan made the custom hood scoop here.
Yep.
So,
And that decal right there gives me, extra horsepower.
oh yeah.
Well,
So how much horsepower is it without the decal?
between 7 and 750 now.
So you're based off of a
440.
440 block with what else? What can you tell us?
So it's 440 block, studs, main studs, head studs, big aluminum heads, big intake, big cam, 950 carb. Then behind it is a turbo 400 with a doubler.
And you stepped it up a little bit from last year's mystery engine.
Yep. Last year's engine was quite literally came out of a scrapyard, and I made it better than half. I was in the top 10 last year. So if I can break that, maybe get into the money, that'd be cool. Not? Oh well, I'm in a competition with myself.
No, you're in a competition with Mud Walker.
Yep, that's true.
Anything
Mud
he-
Walker and Chris Grinland. He's the one that drives that blue Chevy. He did a lot of upgrades this winter too. He ended up buying the same tires as Zane Buchanan had on his rig, so he has a lot more flotation. That was his biggest problem last year. He had the horsepower but not the traction. We were talked about swapping my tires onto his truck, but last minute he's like, nah, I'm just gonna run what I brung. And
What engine does he have now?
he has, I believe it's a 496, so 454 board over, and he's right around the same horsepower.
So,
And he's running a turbo 400 with a 205 transfer case.
So you
I think he's like 538 gears.
got anything to say to your competition that's not your competition?
Good luck. Mud, it's always a friendly competition, man. I hope you get your rig up and going, and we'll see if I make you throw a little temper tantrum again.
Come on, Ty. You want some of this? We'll see if you go farther than I do. Probably will.
Sand scorpions.